Hello and happy living, and welcome to this amazing show, the 50th show from TLR Now. I'm sure you've been watching us because our audience has been growing. So I'm here today. I have the great privilege of actually introducing the people behind these shows, and it's a great privilege. Doesn't mean this is our 50th show, doesn't mean that it's going to end there. We have lots of new things coming up, so do stay tuned with us. But today, I have two very special people. This show is divided into two segments. One part I will do, and one part my lovely colleague will do. And we will be introducing the executive body of TLNR to you. So today with me is Padmanabhan, PAD. As we, Padmanabhan is kind of for her mouthful, so PAD it is. And what is very interesting about PAD is that he is a self made entrepreneur. Okay. He's from a family of priests, which is really interesting. However, he started as a cashier and he went on to exit as a CEO. That's one hell of a leap, I must say. And he's a transformational coach and a mentor, and he has worked with companies like Tata's, Microsoft, Google, just to name a few. And currently, he is one of the executive directors of TLR Now, and he is also a coach and a mentor. So, thank you, Pat, for giving us the time. And along with that, I have another very special guest, Uday Shankar. Uday is an electronic and telecommunication engineer by his qualification, and he has worked with companies like ONGC, Bosch, SHCIL, and Reliance. However, he moved to media, and that's another very eclectic part of him. And he has contributed to the top national dailies as a journalist in Times of India, in Economic Times, the New Indian Express. And not just that, Uday has also anchored television and radio shows. Currently, he is a soft skill facilitator where he facilitates soft skill training programs as well as content writing, emotional intelligence, and career guidance, to name a few. So, thank you guys for being here. How are you?
Yeah, we are
Yeah, thank
fine.
you.
Thank you, Nidhi.
Most
Yeah,
welcome. So, Uday, I have been associated with TLR for a while now, and it's so amazing to watch TLR grow. But there is something very interesting that I kind of got to know very recently, that it was you guys met on LinkedIn, the like-minded professionals who met on LinkedIn and went on to create this wonderful company that you have. Oh, am I right in that? Would you like to tell us a little about that?
yes, Nidhi. Sometimes I feel good things happen by accident, and this also is one such example. To go back to the story, I had this habit of writing, as you just mentioned. I used to write for Indian Express and other
Right,
papers,
right.
and I said that let me continue this habit of writing on LinkedIn. And I promised myself that I'll write quite a few posts, at least
Right.
thrice in a week. And initially, in fact, I had some sort of a love-hate relationship with LinkedIn. I was I was very active on LinkedIn a few years ago. Then there was a gap, and then I rejoined LinkedIn. And this time I said that look, I'm going to stay here for quite some time. And I started writing posts relevant to what we are speaking, particularly soft skills, emotional intelligence,
Right,
problems at the workplace,
right,
office,
right.
and communication skills, and how today soft skills is taking precedence over hard skills, and how
Absolutely,
it's going to make a difference.
absolutely.
And I was writing this just for the joy of writing, but there was a surprise for me because my readership started growing and growing
Wow,
and growing. So from a mere about I think 800, it grew to 10,000, right?
wow.
And yeah, and that's where I discovered that I had quite a few readers who were seeing eye to eye and also applauding me. And then what happened was, as I continued, then one day I got a phone call from a gentleman who identified himself as Udayan Trivedi. And he said, I'm calling from Pune and I have read some of your posts and I thought that I would talk to you. Then I said yes, and then we got talking, and he said that he had ideas of setting up a company which is mainly into training, coaching, and mentoring. To be very honest, I did not accord the kind of seriousness to that call, right? And
I
I
can
said that
imagine that.
because, yes, because so many people have these ideas of starting a company, but
Right,
the fact remains that all these plans are on the theoretical stage and they don't progress
correct.
beyond, right?
Right,
But here was a difference, right? And this gentleman followed it up diligently and called me in the next 2 days, in the next 3 days, and he registered the company. And in a space of about 3 weeks, I was pretty sure that this man was very serious about
he
TLR now.
certainly is.
Right, right. And another thing is, you might ask me, why were you rather interested in TLR now? The thing is, you might call it incidentally or accidentally. I was also working in the same area, and I was very passionate about training, mentoring, and coaching. Right.
Right.
My mother was a teacher, maybe somewhere, that found
Yeah,
its way
perhaps.
inside me.
Right.
Right. And then I was into training, and I had trained quite a few people, and I jumped at this opportunity. The opportunity was right before us because it was starting from scratch, right?
Right.
We had
Right.
to grow this company. We had to somehow evolve a philosophy, uh,
Right.
and and added to that, maybe I could describe the perfect icing on the cake was that there was a dire need for training and coaching
Yes.
in
There
India,
has been.
right?
Yes.
Right,
Yes.
a domain which is not clearly understood by many,
Right.
right?
Right. That I
And
agree.
yeah, and he then later on he also introduced me to Pad Swami, Padmanabha Swami, based out
Who
of
is with
United
us
States.
on the show?
Yeah, I
So he
know
was the
that. I
third
know.
person who came on, is it?
Yeah, right. No, no, I'm just narrating the story, the sequence
Yeah.
to you,
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
right?
Of course.
Yeah. Then of course the three of us got together over a few calls, and then I traveled to Pune, and then the three of us said, yes, this is the place to be in, right?
Correct.
Training, coaching, and mentoring. And of course, we racked our brains to find a very good name, a very stylish name at that.
Yeah.
We said,
I'm going to come to that. Don't reveal that right now.
okay,
Slowly,
fine,
one step at a
I won't.
time.
Okay,
Definitely
I
want
think
to
I'll
know
not
about
steal
that.
your thunder. I will not steal your thunder,
Yes.
Nidhi. Right,
Thank
right.
you so much. So,
So the long and short of it
sure.
is, yeah, the long and
Go ahead,
short of
please.
it is that TLR now is established,
Right.
and we have come some distance from the day we met,
Certainly.
and hopefully
Certainly.
we'll go a long way.
Absolutely. I'm
Right.
into that.
Yeah.
So, Pat, I have now that Uday is saying that you were the one of the trinities who kind of hooked up together to come up with this, company. And I'm saying this company because I want to know what made you actually think that what was the need gap that you saw that you thought that TLR needs to be set up? Did you think about it, Pat? Did you do any analysis? What was the need that was felt?
Very good question, Nidhi. Actually, this need for TLR type of organization, I think, is not new. It was there way back in 1988 when I used to conduct change management program for CityCow.
Right,
So we saw that the educational institutions, as much they produce top ranking students, when they come to social or life or a career life, they cannot function the same way as they got scores in the academic situation.
absolutely, yes.
And we also saw that one very important article I was reading about in India, one big research organization, they did that about 89% of college students, when they graduate, either they don't get jobs or they get jobs, they can't perform well in the jobs.
Perform. Right,
And
right.
9 out of 10 MBA students not from the Ivy MBA colleges, but they struggle in the job. So
Absolutely.
we saw there is a gap, there is a problem there, there is something wrong. But
Yes.
we thought we are not there going to change the education system, but we thought we need something like a finishing school. We need something better than that. Not just at
Absolutely.
when the time of they graduate, but as they grow in their career,
Grow.
corporate
Yes.
career,
Yes.
as they grow, as very much like a plant growing step by step. It needs
Right.
different type of nourishment as it grows to continuously yield the fruits. We
Right.
thought we need an organization and we need a kind of a process. We need a setup. And this was always back in the back of my mind. And I used to think, I used to do individually some programs, but not as a group, beyond whatever I was doing for the clients I was having in the US.
Right.
So that time is some time, like we, fortunately, I connected with Udayan. So in my case, Udayan, I reached out to Udayan for a different purpose. I was looking for a country head for one of the Tata organization, and
And he
Udayan was
recruited you into a company. Not that.
no, and Udayan was this one. And Udayan was after me. I told Udayan, no, I cannot do this TLR now. I have to do. That time it was not what it is now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I told him, no, I have my own mentoring company and I cannot do this. So he says, no, sir, please come. He was telling me. So then I thought, I saw the passion in him. See, the thing is
Yes.
that he's driven by the cause,
Yes.
not by the P&L. See, this
Yes.
is what I liked about Udayan very much. And he's
Me
also
too, sir.
workaholic like me, 24/7. He's dedicated,
At
not
it.
attachment to the work, but attachment to the cause. See, that's a very rare combination.
Yes. Yes.
So we said, no, we should do that. Then we started. And initially, of course, the concept, I don't know, I don't want to tell about that now, why the TLR and the name and all the stuff, Maybe we'll come to that later on when you want
Yes.
to know.
Sure. Of
that.
course we will. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
hope that-
it's a good time, I think, to kind of have a video and understand what the company has to offer us. So let's have the video now.
Okay.
So that's wonderful to see that we have footprints in US, in Middle East, and of course in India with Pad being in US and Nalin who will come on later being in the Middle East and Udayan and Uday and Shriram being in India. So we're already kind of living in a global village through TLR now. My next question is to Uday. Uday, what is the vision that you have for TLR now? What is the mission? What are you trying to achieve really? And
Right.
I'm asking this question very specific because there have been loads and loads of other similar kind of companies coming through. How does TLR see itself now?
Right. See, first of all, I think before I tell you about our vision, I would like to reiterate that as far as training, coaching, and mentoring is concerned, there are quite a few views. Right. Some
Correct.
people think that it is necessary.
Right.
Some people think that it is not necessary. Right.
Right.
Now, not going to pass any judgment on this subject because it's very subjective and people think the way they want. But
Yes.
however, let me tell you that training, right, gives you the kind of knowledge, right? Basically, training is a knowledge transfer, right,
Absolutely.
from the teacher to the taught or from the trainer to the students, right?
Yeah.
Now, training is basically a knowledge transfer. And once when the students get trained, they get to understand the complexities of the subject, the
Right.
niceties and nuances of the subject, right?
Right.
And when they get this knowledge, this is certainly going to help cut the learning curve, right? You can always learn a subject on your own. I mean, there's nothing to take away from it. But then
Absolutely.
when you go to an expert or a trainer, right, he substantially cuts down your learning period
Correct.
or,
Cut the
yeah,
learning curve. Yes. Yes.
learning curve, right?
I hear you.
And that,
Yes.
yeah, that according to me is a great advantage, especially in a fast moving digital landscape that we are witnessing now, right?
Absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
applications 3 months ago they were like being sold like hotcakes. Now they are becoming obsolete. So that is
Yes.
the kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
what the vision that we have at TLR now is to enable, right, an individual to succeed
Hmm.
by exposing him to training, coaching, and mentoring. All three, right?
So it's about
Training, as I
succeeding.
right, right. It's about exposure to
Okay.
all three,
Exposure
right?
to.
Yeah,
Okay.
exposure to all three, which
Okay.
will certainly transform this individual from what he was, right,
Right. Right.
to what he is going to be in a few months, right? This is
Right.
one of the advantages. And as I told you, now, as opposed to training, coaching is something where you're going to use the skills. A coach, I mean, let's take a very, very simple example of a football coach, right?
Right.
So when the players, they of course they gather the theory about football, but then it is the coach which who puts them into tricky situations and says that how to get out of this,
Absolutely.
right?
Pushes them
So it is,
harder.
yeah,
Yes.
is on the job learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And similarly, mentoring, of course, is at a slightly higher level, where the mentor becomes your guru, your philosopher, your guide, and he
Right.
guides you through and through, all along your life. Right.
Right.
Now,
Right.
this is exactly what we have in mind. The vision of TLR now is to make an individual successful through training, coaching, and mentoring. Right.
Right.
And now coming to the mission, right? Now, what is the mission? Every company has a mission. Right?
Right.
Now, as far as TLR now is concerned, we have a mission to build an ecosystem of trainers.
Right.
In fact, left to us, we would like the whole world to be full of trainers, right, and coaches and mentors, right, so that it will be a great place to live in, a better place to live in, and just not wishing for trainers and mentors and coaches to occupy space in the world, but also the catch here is that they would be using the latest technology, right,
Yeah.
innovation.
That's important.
Right, that is important
Very
because,
important.
yeah, especially in this world where everything is becoming obsolete by the day,
Right,
right?
right,
Now,
right,
I would just take an example maybe when I state my mission is that now look at the pandemic, right? The coronavirus, the COVID-19. What has it done to us? We were in a physical world, very happy, traveling to places, but all that has been leveled by this virus, right? So now there is no other alternative for us but to get upskilled or reskilled. And if I might say that the focus is now on learning everything that's virtual meeting,
right, right.
a virtual interview,
So
then
living in a
virtual.
virtual world, literally.
Right.
Right.
So this is what in fact TLR now what we are aiming at is that to
Okay.
equip people in tune with the changing times. That's very, very important.
So your
Right.
mission is to get the people associated with TLR through training, mentoring, and coaching to associate, to adjust to the new times, right?
Right, right.
Right.
As I told you, that we would like to build an ecosystem of
Correct.
trainers, mentors, and coaches, right, using
Right.
the latest technology
Okay.
and uh, and also some of the best tools that are used for evaluating people.
Great.
So this
Great.
is broadly our vision and mission of TLR now. And just
Great.
one more point, let me add before I give it back to you, is that there is a dire need of training, especially in India, where every year 1.5 million, that is 15 lakh graduates are passing out each year.
Right.
Now let's even grant it to them that these are brilliant young boys and girls who know their subject like the back of their hand. But however, there's one gray area, and that is soft skills or communication skills.
Absolutely. I
Because
agree with you. I'm 100% with you on this.
right, and Nidhi, just imagine one thing is, of course, you slog for 4 years or 5 years and get yourself a bachelor's degree, but that is just
Right.
the beginning of the struggle,
Yeah.
right?
I
And
agree
the
with you.
moment, yeah, and the moment you get out of the college, you get into that big, bad, mean world of
Yeah.
business,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
And you
Right,
realize you know nothing and it's a
right,
struggle. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And once you move, and let's even say that you got a job, right? Getting a
Right.
job also is not enough nowadays
Right. Uday,
because
I don't mean to cut you here, but we will run short of time. And
okay, fine,
if you don't
okay,
mind,
please,
yeah, I'm
yeah,
really sorry.
yeah,
I understand
yeah,
what you're
that's okay,
saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
carry on.
Pad, I want you to build on what Uday was saying as far as the mission and vision is concerned. Now, I keep noticing that at TLR now we say transform life, upgrade life. What does it really mean? I mean, is this the mission and vision that Uday is talking about? Can you kind of build that up? And
Yeah,
how relevant is that?
yeah. See, very relevant because see, when you're talking about a person growing in their life, okay, so you have different level, different aspects of life. Maybe when you're a child, when you go to your college, when you go to a corporate, you grow up the ladder. Maybe you start a company. So this is a life journey, the whole life journey. So when we talk about upgrade life or transform life, pretty much based on the education we had or the experiences we had or the training we had or the coaching we had, every one of us go through some progress in life. So
Right.
TLR now is able to use technology on one side, integrate the technology, the
Wow.
learning management system,
Right.
and then also use the latest technologies like AI, machine learning, robotics,
Right.
because we
Correct.
need to do predictive modeling. We can't do predictive modeling of the mind so much, but we can do
Right.
predictive modeling of situations around us.
Absolutely.
So we
Absolutely.
can combine all that into a technology and build on this and give it back to the people so that a person who is going in this journey of life, they are able to upgrade themselves. Because if they go in the path
Upgrade
based
themselves.
on
Right.
only their education qualification, they'll
Right.
get a job. Then what next? How do they progress in their life? An
Correct.
executive who is there, how does that executive becomes a vice president or a CEO or a startup entrepreneur? So
Correct.
TLR now is a platform because of the integration of these values, integration of this knowledge, and gives this in a method, in a kind of a funnel to the individual as a training or a coaching or a mentoring, and
Right.
make a difference for that person in their life. So this is a transformation. You are today a director, tomorrow you're a vice president. It's a career transformation. You are a person who is stressed today, tomorrow you're stress free. It's a life transformation. All this is possible if you have a coach, and depending on what that person needs, you can give a coaching, you can give a
Right.
mentoring, and
Right.
then make that person go up in the whole thing. That is what
Right.
TLRNOW's mission is, to
Right.
integrate and also give the platform. If it is going to be for a student, there is a platform. If it is for an executive, there is a platform. If it is for a mentor or a coach who is running their own organization, everything is integrated. The back office, like pretty much like an Amazon platform, we have a platform for them so they can concentrate on what they like to do rather
Right.
than worry about back office. So this
So
is how the mission of TLR now is going to upgrade life, transform life, change life, and make it better and better and better.
fantastic. In fact, I'm thinking that you're not just going to upgrade and transform lives of people who will come onto the to take the services, but perhaps the coaches and facilitators who are going to be joining us, their lives will also transform, because a lot of trainers and coaches I know, we struggle with to reach out, so I think you're going to be providing us with that platform. And so it's in my mind, it's both sides, it's not just that I'm going to sell my services and then we'll only talk to the customer, but you're looking at the person who's going to come onto the platform and talk to us. So that's wonderful, and thank you so much. I, of course, am a big fan of TLR now, as you know. However, time is up, and I have to say thank you and bye to Uday and Pad. And I'm going to hand over this baton today to my lovely colleague Sneha, who's going to talk to Nalin and Sriram, who are the action people. So, right now, we have heard about the entire philosophy, and now we're going to see how TLR is going to put this vision and mission into action. So, over to you, Sneha. Take it on. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right. Thanks.
We can't hear her.
I can't hear you, Sneha.
Good evening, everyone. This is Sneha Daragshetti, your trainer, the founder of Snazel, and your host for the evening. I have with me two wonderful directors of TLR now, Mr. Nalin Chandan and Mr. Sriram Kumar. Good evening.
Good evening,
Good evening.
Sneha. How are you?
Great. So the question is to Nalin, wherein I'm very curious to know, since we heard Uday and Pad speak about TLR now. So I want to know what are the services TLR now is currently offering.
Right, Sneha. TLR now has a wide variety of offerings which cater to a wide section of the society. We are a one-stop solution provider for your training, coaching, mentoring, customized program needs. Whether you are an individual, a corporate, an educational institution, or a not-for-profit organization. We have our signature on-site programs, largely targeted at corporates for their middle and senior management teams and address their learning needs. TLR Talks is another program which is modeled on the lunch and learn kind of a concept. These programs range from about 45 minutes to an hour, where we come in and deliver topic-based insights to organizations. We have done around 25 such programs with the participation of more than 2,000 people across India, Bhutan, Denmark, Sri Lanka, and Oman in 2019. These were gaining extreme popularity in the pre-COVID scenario. However, in the current year, we suspended the in-person programs and we are delivering them over the online platform under the TLR online umbrella. The TLR online umbrella, we have been offering customized online programs for corporates and educational institutions. And since they're delivered online, these have especially gained popularity during the recent pandemic times. Then we have the campus programs, which are designed with faculty development and student development in mind. These programs help the faculty in enhancing their influence with the learners and helps them better connect with the learners. For the students, such programs help them learn various soft skills and acquire youth leadership skills, thereby enhancing their employability tremendously. Our very popular TLRSHOWS umbrella, where we are presenting this 50th edition, has gained massive popularity in a short span of time. As I said, this is the 50th show. We have had 49 shows before this, and these programs have gained a viewership of around 50,000, so to speak, over the period. And we have had guests from various different backgrounds. We have had entrepreneurs, coaches, trainers, speakers, relationship experts, people from the art and culture streams, theater, musicians, media house, business houses, educationists, lawyers, doctors, etc. But what is the most important thing I want to talk about when we talk about our offerings is we are also launching our widely awaited expert promotion program on the TLR platform, whereby like-minded coaches, trainers, experts in their own domains can portray, project, and provide their services using our platform. There are various plans that are being offered, and depending on the plan chosen, we would be helping you with your online presence, your social media enhancement, your blogs and posters can find a place on our website. Your programs can be offered through our platform. You would be on a paneled expert on the website. You could be a live show guest or an anchor, etc. So there's a lot of variety of programs that we have and catering to a wide section of society. Sorry, I was a bit long, but I think I just wanted to give the perspective.
No worry. Thank you so much for throwing the light on the TLRNOW services. Before we go on to the next questions, audiences feel free to reach out to post any questions that you want Nalin or Sriram to answer, and I'm sure they'll be happy to take up your questions. Secondly, if I have to know, Nalin, so what's the business model of TLR now?
Right. So, in terms of the business model, if I say, see, talent pool and education levels have progressed immensely, especially after the internet revolution. Education definitely is the key transformer, as what Uday also said, that academics, there is a lot of focus. There are like so many people coming out as graduates. But education is still not the be all and the end all. Because if that was so, organizations and individuals won't struggle with the challenges that they're facing with respect to leadership, team connections, goal setting, personal growth and development, professional dilemmas, code of conduct issues, etc. So TLR now is a company that wants to create a unique identity in the learning space, whereby we want to provide niche, customized programs after understanding the organizational needs, rather than push off the shelf training programs to them and just deliver them and deliver. We're not like that. We want to handhold the organizations in their journey building great organizations. That's what the business model is.
Great, wonderful. Thank you so much, Nalin. Before I move on for the another set of questions, I want you all, as well as our audiences, to watch this video. Can we have the AV, please? next question is to Sriram to understand what's the full life cycle of user journey and learning.
Thanks, Nidhi. Good evening, everyone. That's a very valid question, Nidhi, in terms of what's the life journey of someone with TLR now. Uh, I would put it in a very simple way. It's what TLR stands for. TLR, for the benefit of all, is team, leap, and roar. So that's essentially the journey that you will be on. You will get to work with us, be part of the team. You would be able to upgrade yourself, go up the proverbial next level, as they say, leap onto the next level, and you would be able to live up to your potential. You would be, in a nutshell, you will be able to roar. So that's the entire journey that we are looking at. So, what does it mean in terms of being an expert, a coach, a trainer, etc.? You have this glorious opportunity, as Nalin was mentioning, as part of the export promotion plan. You have an opportunity to associate with us, where we will work you enhance your brand, enhance your social media visibility, give you a platform to showcase your programs. We will also provide you, it's not just a business relationship that we are looking here. Under the export promotion plan, we are also looking at an opportunity where we can help you augment your skills as trainers and trainers, coaches. As you all would know, there is tremendous expectation in terms of varied skills that are expected of coaches and trainers today. It's not enough being good at just what you do. So we will help you augment those skills, and we will work together to see how we can take each one of you to where you ought to be. So that, in a nutshell, is where I see the journey for coaches and trainers. For individuals, yes, as you sign up for our coaching, training and mentoring services, you're on the same path. You're on the path of realizing your goals. You're on the path of uh, reaching out to where you need to be by doing what ought to be done, by tapping into the support system that TLR offers. And for organizations, it provides a great opportunity to help you build your talent, and not just build the existing talent, but also have a readily available talent pool of leadership whom you can tap into in case of need. So that's essentially, Sneha, the uh, journey as I see it of anyone with TLR.
Wonderful. That thank you for sharing us the entire journey as to what happens if we become a part of TLR now. You also happen to mention Sriram about the programs and shows, and we all know it's been quite a long time that we are doing this TLR talk shows that is happening. So, what was the intent behind it? How did it start? And what is more in it when it comes to TLR shows?
Okay. So TLR shows has been one of the among the various success stories that we have had. The most recent one, Sneha, has been the TLR shows, and the proof of the pudding is that we are having our 50th show today. And as I keep telling Uday and Uday, Pad and Nalin, this is just the beginning. For me, the 51st show is the first show, and we need to keep going on. So, what started this off was we started this journey somewhere around mid-April, and the pandemic was at its peak. There was the atmosphere all around was not exactly pleasant. There was a lot of uncertainty. There was a lot of despondency. So we thought there should be something that we are able to bring out and share with people, which cater to two needs. One is spread some amount of positivity, and two, also bring in some learning.
Right.
And this learning also, we spent a lot of time thinking about what should the learning focus on. And then we said, when we are essentially all about upgrading life, let us not restrict this learning to only one dimension. Let us look at all dimensions of learning. Let us invite a plethora of professionals to come and grace the show. So that was the philosophy behind which we started TLR shows. So we have had about 65 guests come on the show, share their experiences with us. And as again Nalin was saying, we have had a diverse group of people come and talk to us. We've had musicians, we have had corporate executives, we have relationship executives, relationship coaches, we have had corporate leaders, we have had entrepreneurs, we've had a yoga expert. We were looking at all dimensions of life to see how we can help people upgrade. So, if I can summarize, it was those two things. One is how do we spread some positivity, and two, how do we bring in that element of learning? What is there in store going forward? Yes, there is a lot in store. TLR shows as a concept will continue. It's alive and kicking. It will grow. We're going to have a lot more shows coming up. We're going to have a lot more speakers come up from a variety of segments again with greater geographical spread. And we are also working on categorizing the shows into broad focus areas so that we are able to yet keep it broad and still bring in the required laser focus in each segment. So that's broadly the plan for TLR shows and the genesis behind starting.
Thank you so much, Ram, for letting us know the intent behind it. That brings, when you said about the expansion and the plans of it, so Nalin, I want to know, going forward, what's like the future corporate expansion plan like?
Right. So we have been taking steady steps as we've seen my predecessor speaking here. TLR has established a respectable name for itself as of today. We have a lot of plans to provide quality coaching, mentoring, training services in the country and beyond. We have already expanded our footprint beyond the country, and we are looking even further. So, I mean, there is no end. We would see like human potential is unlimited, and we just want to progress as much as we can. We just want to provide as much of training, coaching, quality training, coaching services to people as we can add value to.
Mhm. Wonderful, wonderful. That's great. I have one question from the viewers, which I would just going to show it out to you all. This question has been shared to us by Piyush. He's asking us that do you have in-house permanent full-time trainers, coaches, mentors associated with us?
Yeah.
Sriram, would you like to
Yeah,
answer that?
sure. Yes, we do have experts who are empaneled with us, who are able to bring to the table specific programs that they can offer. We also reach out to these experts for any programs that we may want to resource from corporates. And we also, in addition to this, we are also looking at, as Nalin was speaking, to bring in more coaches through the export promotion plan. So, Piyush, to answer your question, yes, we do have experts who are signed up with us and who completely believe in the TLR philosophy and approach in the delivery of programs that they uh, can deliver.
Great, wonderful. So thank you, Sriram, for answering that question, and thank you, Piyush, for sharing that question in the comment section. So Sriram, going forward, you had mentioned that you have something special announcement to be made to our guests. So would you like to share that with us?
Yes, Sneha. I mean, this is something that we were talking of just before the show began. And I thought this being a very special occasion, and believe me, it's a very special occasion for all of us at TLR now. There has been a lot of hard work that has gone into putting together these 49 programs. And we're thankful to each one of those 65 guests who have come on the show. We're thankful to those 50,000 people who have seen these programs. We're extremely grateful to the more than 200,000 people who have, we've had more than 200,000 impressions on the show. And which basically goes to show that there is a lot of belief, there is a lot of faith, and there's a lot of value that people see in the entire TLR game plan. And somewhere they do see a opportunity for themselves. So keeping in view all these things, what we are now offering this till the end of this month, that is till the end of October or till 31st of October, we are
Mhm,
announcing a flat 25% off on the
mhm,
fees for those experts, coaches, and mentors, trainers who sign up with us through the export promotion plan for our platinum offer. Now, under the export promotion plan, we have four kinds of plans. We have the basic plan, we have the silver plan, we have the gold plan, and we have the platinum plan. So we are offering a straight 25% off on the fees for the export promotion plan under the platinum umbrella. Now, that's, I think, a brilliant opportunity for coaches, trainers, mentors to come onto this platform, showcase the best that they have got. And I've been in this space for about 3 to 4 years now. And I do see that there are some phenomenal coaches and trainers out there. And what they find challenging is to bring forth a platform that can help them showcase their talent. And that's what we intend to do. Not just provide them a platform, but also provide them the entire support system. And I say support system in two dimensions. One is in terms of the infrastructure that they require, in terms of the platform, in terms of the ability to schedule their programs, deliver them online, possibly even offline, hopefully again soon, but also provide them an opportunity where they can equip themselves to become better at what they do. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is all about. It's all about upgrading life. And who better than a coach or a trainer or a mentor to showcase an example by upgrading themselves first? So that's the kind of opportunity that trainers have. And we are very excited to have people join us in this mission with us.
Wonderful. So that sounds
so
very...
31st October, yeah. Let me reiterate, 31st October, you have a 25% off till that date if you sign up for our export promotion plan for the platinum offer. What you need to do is simple. Please write to me at sriram.kumar@tlr.com. TLRNOW.com. That is sri.kumar@tlrnow.com. Drop me an email. We will review that. We will review your email. We will review your application, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Let me just repeat the email ID. It is sriram.kumar@tlrnow.com.
Wonderful. So that's an exciting offer that we all trainers, coaches have it. And like the countdown has already began. It's just 20 days left for us to grab that 25% discount. For any more details that you want to have or get, you can also visit our website, that is TLRNOW.com. So you will get all the information there. If not, you can write email to Sriram, or you can also reach out to us at reach@tlrnow.com. So thank you so much, Nalin and Sriram, for giving us the entire perspective as to how is that TLR is going forward and going ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sneha. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So though, viewers, it's a 50th show, and this is just the beginning, as said by Sriram. We look forward for the 51st show, which is going to come up very soon. You can know more about this. You can also follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to know more about the TLR shows and other services they are going to offer. Before I let you all go, I'm going to introduce to you all another interesting director and the pillar of TLR shows who made happen all the 49 shows and even this one. The person behind the camera, Mr. Udayan Trivedi. Mr. Udayan, I request you to please share a few words about TLR now. Thank you so much.
For me, life has always been mysteriously a magic. The earth and its habitat is astonishingly beautiful. We humans get up every day with a new vision to herald a transformation within us to excel, grow, and lead a wonderful life. All our dreams can come true if we are sincere about life. Coaching, training, and mentoring are key to our success. and then we go on achieving goals. I am Udayan Trivedi, having worked for 24 years in IT, felt that while we have everything systematic in office, the time to enter project reports, the financial plans, the forecasts, resource management, team management, health of project, appraisals. Why the same discipline is not applied in personal life too? After all, we do everything for this life. One more setback in my professional life and everything changed after that. I decided to take reins of my life, and this time for everyone. I founded TLRNOW in year 2017, September 3rd, with a clear goal to create an ecosystem of coaching, training and mentoring bolstered by technology and run like a conglomerate. Mr. Padmanabhan and Mr. Uday Shankar mentored me and supported all along till date to give TLRNOW a shape. Mr. Shriram and Mr. Nalin joined us and propelled the vision. These gentlemen come with heavy personal and professional experience and are strong pillars of TLRNOW. Their expertise, composure and approach makes TLRNOW an exciting organization. I offer TLRNOW at your services, and like always, the first step we have taken is to create quality image of our coaches, trainers and mentors. I choose to call them experts. I invite experts to take our expert promotion plan. Stay assured of quality work. The second service we offer is for students and professionals to set goals with us. This feature will help you attain your goals through proven ways. You're going to have some amazing features coming your way in goal setting. We have a gigantic technology landscape plan to upgrade your life through systematic, structured and meaningful coaching, training and mentoring programs. Stay tuned for some very exciting TLR shows, something that you always wanted. Let's team up. We will take giant leaps to roar. Thank you so much.